Hello everybody, I'm /MVC. Welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead with Vernon Ziegler. This is our character. He took over this military base. Hooray! Now it's time to make this base a home. Starting with weariness, moderate, transition, really bad. We gotta get some sleep. So let's put a bed in here, shall we? I'm going to, I brought some materials and placed them at Vernon's feet. Let's open the construction menu and search for bed, and we can build a makeshift bed. Oh, let me step one square further in. Let's build a makeshift bed right there. And I think all beds need to be 2-tile beds. Okay, there's the first part of it. And then we'll do the second half of the bed right here. The day's labors are taking their toll. And there we go. There's bed number 1. I say we get some sleep, and then we'll build a bed for our friend Fallon Gasket Reese. Oh, look. We wake up in the morning, and Fallon Reese has climbed into bed with us. And that's okay, but we may want to give them the option. Let's go ahead and build another bed. It also appears that we make the foot of the bed first, possibly. But I really can't tell based on the graphic. Yep, that looks like the foot of the bed, or maybe it's the head of the bed. I don't know. And there we go, 2 beds in the bedroom. I think this utility shelf is getting in the way. I want to deconstruct it. There we go. Now we don't have that cluttering up the bedroom. We can now drag all of our materials out of here. And we have a cozy place to hang out with extra storage, and just in case we need to work on something before nighttime, a little workbench. Now here's something else I'd like to take care of. In all the fighting, this wall section got destroyed. I haven't made a mop yet to clean up all this blood, but I want to make sure that our base is safe and secure. From this doorway to this doorway, we should have one complete hall. From the construction menu, we have the option to build a wood wall. The recipe number 2, half-belt wall, which is right before a wood wall, requires fabrication 2, 1 hour, a tool with hammering, 10 planks, and 20 nails. Let's get to work on that wall. Now, as far as I can tell, that's only half a wall. If I look at the next stage of the recipe, it appears that we're going to need 2 wooden panels and 20 nails, which we have, but we don't have a tool with wood sawing. I actually have a tool with wood sawing right over here. Now that I'm here with my wood saw, I should be able to complete this wall in less than an hour. And there we go. Unfortunately, it's not white, so it doesn't quite match the theme, but maybe if we find some white paint, we can rectify this situation. This here is a wall painted white, and this is a wooden wall. So one of these days, we're going to stumble across white paint, or maybe we'll learn the crafting recipe. Now, here's a situation where I exposed too much wall wiring. This was unnecessary, but we can get rid of the wall wiring by taking down the appliance. I did this by simply hitting the lowercase e for examine, selecting the wall wiring that I no longer want to be there, and selecting take down appliance. There's been some change of plan with the ASRGs in this room, where we're also going to have to do some wall repair. I moved the ASRG over here in the corner. Now it shows that it has 2 power cords, and I think that that reflects that it is next to the wall wiring here, where that shows a power cord, which also is cross-connected to here. We have a little triangle of power here that peeks into 2 different rooms. One, the main workshop where our heavy manufacturing equipment is going to be, and here in the garage where we'll be doing renovations on this vehicle. Alright, now I'm over in the area where we've got some workbenches and power tools, and I want to make room for the drill press and the bandsaw up here against the wall, where we can plug them in, hopefully diagonally to that right there. Now these are in the way, and actually I think I want to move one over here, but then that workbench is in the way. So hopefully we can just use our deconstruction menu to deconstruct simple furniture like this, and it doesn't even take the workbench apart. We can just haul it out of here and put it back up somewhere else, which I think is pretty cool. Now with that in mind, what we'll do is I'll grab this storage shelf and move it over there. Let's grab this one and get it out of the way. And then we'll haul the contents of the shelves out of the way, like so. Oh, let me turn on my flashlight here. Huh? Okay, oh, here's a flashlight. We got one that has no charge. How did that happen? Well, alrighty then. Okay, we'll just do this without the flashlight. So now, okay, I want to grab the bandsaw. Yeah, it's heavy, but we're going to get it moved. There we go. We should be able to drag this over here. Now we're going to have to place this, and it's a drill press, so that may be the construction menu. Yep, place a drill press, and we'll place it right there. Okay. Now, we've got a grid to connect to, but the power's not on yet. So I'm going to go over here and turn on our generator, which we placed in the corner. Turn on the reactor. And that should be automatically connected to these. I'm just going to do like this. Plug in the appliance to a vehicle and select the SRG. But I don't know if that's necessary per se. Oh, you know what we don't have is an intervening battery. But first, let's see if we can get in the I can't get in the corner to select the wall wiring. So let's drag this out of the way for a minute. So if I examine this vehicle, connect to grid, then that's connected to the grid. This one's connected to the grid, I guess. Yep, grid, battery, power, flow, 131 each. So these basically automatically plugged into the wall wiring that's connected to here with no intervening battery. And I think that's because this has a battery inside of itself. To be honest, we were on the wrong track last episode. Now I can move the shelf back over here. We don't need it. And maybe we can place this work shelf. I think we have to wield this workbench. Yes. We can store the crowbar, and then if we apply the workbench... Nope. Must be a construction menu thing, so let's search for workbench. There we go. Place workbench there. Ah, that's better. Okay, we still got some junk items here, and I actually left a chair. Here we go. Oh, I can't haul the chair. I've got to grab the chair like so. Alright, great. Ah, that looks nice and even. So now we've got these crafting qualities hooked up to perpetual power and storage shelves, a seat at a workbench, all connected to the bay where we're going to work on this vehicle. I am loving that. Next thing I want to think about doing is getting a source of light in here. So if I look at my crafting menu and I search for, let's say, a lamp. Theoretically, we could craft a standing lamp. This would use electrical power. This is our Electronics 1 skill. We have Theoretical Electronics 1, so we can attempt this craft. So we have the tools we need: soldering iron and screwdriving. We only need solder, copper wire, amplifier circuit, light bulbs, lumps of steel, pipe fittings, and pipes. When I have gotten all the crafting ingredients we need, I will be back. Alright, I think I'm ready to build my standing lamps. All I need is this solder right here. There's actually a spare light strip there. And I'm going to leave it there because we're going to get our own light strips. So what I did is I went out and gathered a few materials. Circuit boards, don't need those yet, but copper wire, don't need the heating elements yet. I need the lumps of steel, the pipes, and the pipe fittings. I should be able to build up to 5 standing lamps this way, I think. But first, we're going to need to get those light strips. So I'm going to look at my disassembly menu, and I picked up a few extra flashlights. So here's 4 flashlights I pulled out of the warehouse. They'll give us the amplifier circuits, copper wire, light strips, and possibly other ingredients. So I'm going to disassemble one, which will take about 10 minutes. And we recovered... Alright, we failed to recover... we failed to recover the light strip. Or the scrap aluminum. So, we may have trouble. Oh, we can disassemble the amplifier circuits also, but we don't need to. I want to disassemble another flashlight. Hopefully we'll get a light strip out of it. Okay, that time we got a light strip. Very good. We'll disassemble the remaining 2. Looks like we got a light strip that time. And that time we did get another light strip. Excellent. Now when I go to my crafting menu and I look up lamp. Standing lamp. Here we go. So the recipe is 5 solder and a soldering iron, 2 copper wire, 1 amplifier circuit, 1 light strip, have 3, 1 set of pipe fittings, and 2 pipes. I have enough ingredients to make, looks like 3 standing lamps if we don't destroy the ones we have. Okay, great. So we've made a standing lamp. This is it. It doesn't fit in any pocket, so we're going to have to wield the lamp, I think. Alright, you can't see it on the character, but we allegedly are carrying a standing lamp around. Now we need to place it somewhere, and I think it'll reach across 1 square. So let's say I want to, I may have to place the lamp using the construction menu. Lamp? Yes, place standing lamp. Okay, I can't do it where the workbench is in the way. And I can't put it... Oh my goodness. I have forgotten to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My apologies. It's not even important. It's some useless notification. You know how it is. I'm going to pull that storage unit out of the way. Now we'll place a standing lamp right there. And we should be able to examine it like so and plug the appliance in, or... It says unplug power connections is an option. Grid battery power flow. Appliance power consumption, 0. It says it has no connection to a battery. Is it on? Let's apply the flashlight. No, it is not on. So the odd thing is, it says grid battery power flow, but it also says no connection to a battery. Okay. Well, now we can stand on top of it. Examine here. Let's try to plug the appliance into the wall like so. No connection to a battery. If I examine the wall and try to plug it in to the lamp, again, no effect. Grid battery power flow 131. However, we have no battery in the room, so that may be a problem. I just turned my flashlight back on. We've got this over here. We can place a battery over here real quick and see if we can get this working. I want to take down that workbench because it's in the way. Pull him over here. We should be able to drag the lamp over. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this frame then. Let's see, we can wield the frame. Okay, then we can use it in vehicle construction. Okay, and we'll wield the battery. Install the battery there. Okay. Now we've definitely got flow to the battery, so we ought to be able to plug this in now to that vehicle. Aha! I think we have succeeded. Can we now turn on the overhead lights? I'm going to turn off my flashlight. And there we go. Haha! We've got a working lamp in here. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen. I didn't want to have to put the battery there, like so. But that's what we had to do. We may have been better off, now that I look at it, putting this generator here, maybe offsetting it one square, putting the battery here, and then plugging the power cords into that battery. That may have been a better call. And we may wind up doing that, but if I have to do that, I'll do it off screen. But in the meantime, we have a working system. And actually, now that I look at it, this wall wiring, is it more lit up? Yeah, it is. Now that may just be because there's light in the room. It is, okay. But anyway, yeah, no flashlight. We have light in the room, so that's a success. Let me piddle around for a minute and see if maybe I want to move that battery bank over into the corner, and if that will work better. All right, that worked great. So here's what we've got. We've got the ASRG. It shows 2 power cord connections. One goes this way, one goes to the battery. The battery has 3 power cord connections. It shows those power cord connections. So this will tell you how many connections each thing has. Doesn't tell you which way each one goes, but you don't need to know that. Anyway, so the formula is ASRG, then battery, then wall wiring, then appliance. So, following that same method, now just to verify that this is working, I'm going to turn my flashlight off. Then we'll head in here and we can see the room is lit. And if we examine the lamp, it's calling itself overhead lights. So, okay, fine. We can also rename the appliance. That's about all the options we really have there. So we're going to need another standing lamp. Let's go ahead and I think we just hit the dash key and craft another one. Okay, we crafted another standing lamp. Let's wield the lamp and decide where we want to put it. Okay. I turn my flashlight on. So I think the easiest way to get a lamp in here is going to be to put it at the very end of all of this wall wiring. So let's use our build menu here. Search lamp, place standing lamp right there. So now that we have a standing lamp next to the doorway, hopefully it'll illuminate a good amount of this room. We don't know yet, because I haven't followed that same method over here. In the last episode, we were just trying to make this work, and didn't really know what was going on. Now we do. So all we want to do, if we want to power that particular room, I'm going to get these storage shelves out of the way. Great. We'll just take one of these ASRGs. Are they all up? Yeah, okay. So we have to take one down to begin with. So if I look over here, I say take down the appliance. Okay, and then we'll build it, say, right here where we're standing. So to do that, we go to our build menu. I search ASRG, and we place it right there. Okay, we have a battery in the next room. So let's take it down. I'm going to examine this vehicle. So it's got a power cord and extension cord. Now the power cord represents that it is plugged into something. So the first thing we need to do is, how do we unplug it? Oh yeah, we have to examine the wall that it's plugged into. Okay, we can't unplug that power connection. So I think that this vehicle was plugged into the wall section. Yeah, there we go. Now that it's unplugged, we can remove the car battery. And now that the car battery has been removed, we can examine the vehicle and actually remove the wooden frame, which, you know, there's no vehicle left at that point. So I'm going to wield the frame now. Then under my build menu, what I need is to begin vehicle construction. So I just search vehicle. We'll put our vehicle in the corner. Battery 2. Now we need to go get the battery and put in it. It's been charging up this whole time. So this one is full. Now we can examine our vehicle and simply install the battery. Very good. Now what we need to do is to plug the ASRG into the vehicle. Oh, we need to also turn the reactor on. Alright, now we've got power flow. Now all we need to do is to plug the vehicle itself into the wall, but to do this I examine the wall. Actually, we can go diagonally into that corner, it looks like. So I'm going to say I want to plug that into this vehicle right here. There we go. Now that we've done that, we can actually use the... we can examine that wall there. We can actually take down the wall wiring. The only reason I'm doing this is to make everything look kind of clear, you know? I actually don't like all the little lightning bolts everywhere, and especially when they're not doing anything. Now, we're not using the other two ASRGs. We're in minimal pain. I need to get my... I don't think any of these... We're having Geiger counter problems right now. I don't think so. Let's look here. Let's take down that one. Because we're going to wind up moving these elsewhere. Okay. Oddly, we can't examine that one. Why is that? This one we took down. Let's take down this wall wiring so that default goes away. Think. Connect to grid. Case sensitive. I wonder why... Oh, this one may be on or something. What is the deal here? It's very strange. Let's say I do connect it to the grid. I can now take down the appliance. That seems a little buggy right there. Connect to grid in order to take down the appliance. That seems a little strange. So alright, there you go. There's our 2 spare generators. But this one will probably do everything we need it to do. Now, because we've connected to that corner, we don't necessarily need this wall wiring here. We do need all of this. I'm going to take down all this wall wiring, probably. But anyway, we should now be able to examine the wall here. Plug in the appliance to the lamp. Appliance has no connection to a battery. I may have gotten distracted here. Okay, we've got flow right there, so let's see where our flow is and is not. Okay, that has flow, that has flow, that has flow, that has flow. Yep, that was the problem. Okay, we should now be able to plug that in to the lamp. There we go. Now we should be able to turn on the overhead lights here, and there we go. I'm going to turn off my flashlight. See how much light we're getting? Oh yeah, we're getting good light. That's going to give light all the way to the end of the room, and the only thing obstructing the light now is the storage shelves that are in the way. So that's the next thing that I want to take care of. we're also going to be able to open this door and provide some light that way. I thought about putting in windows, but with the standing lamp, I'm not sure we'll need them. As far as how to arrange this room, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to use all of these shelves to store fully crafted items like engines and so forth and so on. Dashboards, vehicle controls, that kind of thing can all go along the back wall because we won't be crafting with them. Then I think I'm going to take another row and we'll just go all the way down here like this in an L and put us a crafting spot over here in this area possibly, and this will be our main storage room for all kinds of odds and ends, whereas this room, which needs a lot of organization, might be our main workshop for crafting. So let me piddle on that and I'll be back to show you how it went. Well, I poked my head downstairs to see about these shopping carts, only they're not shopping carts, they're laundry carts. So they may not do what we need them to do. But before I take care of that, we spotted a daggum zombie soldier over here. Hopefully we still got our M16. We do. Is it loaded? Yeah, we've got rounds for it. Oh, here he comes. Oh. Looks like Fallon Reese came right down to investigate. It's good having you around, Fallon. Alright. Uh-oh. Now, there's another one. She took care of that one with her shotgun. In the next episode, I think we'll work on Fallon Gasket Reese's armor and weaponry. She's got a double-barrel shotgun, but we can get her an actual combat shotgun, and she might be able to do better with that because she's only got 2 shots with her current weapon. Looks like every time you pulp a corpse, you get survival skill. And Fallon Reese has returned upstairs. Yeah, she's really on patrol today. I was going to craft a mop so that I could clean up the blood upstairs, but after a while the blood does seem to dissipate, so that's interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at these laundry carts. Examine this. So, the laundry cart is not a shopping basket. Now, allegedly it has a shopping cart basket on it, but it has no casters, by the way. So I don't think this is better than the travois necessarily. The actual volume right now is 0, and it lacks wheels. So I think I actually would want to remove... I can't remove the shopping cart basket without Mechanics 1 and metal sawing. Alright, we'll get back to that. So now I'm thinking about going ahead and crafting a mop. By the way, hydration pack, clean water, ballistic vest. Okay. Let's see what it's going to take to get a mop going. But yeah, you notice there was more blood around here before. But it kind of seems to come and go. Like, I didn't think that blood spatter was here last time I looked. Here's what I've done with the main crafting room. I've got zones for everything. As you can see, big unsorted zone in the middle. 2 crafting spots with workbenches, stack of books. You can just haul the travois in here and it's in the unsorted zone. And because it's sitting in the unsorted zone, its items will sort out. You know, the usual fare. The only thing we don't have right now is a battery recharger yet, or some source of fire. So we're going to have to look at those things. One thing I wanted to make was a mop. So we've got no planks, no sticks, and no cotton patches. Now, I know where we can get cotton patches that aren't filthy, so we just don't have to wash them. And that's going to be to come up here. Actually, I think there's cotton patches everywhere. Are these all filthy? Okay, there's 30 that are not filthy. So we'll take those cotton patches. And then we need sticks or planks. Let's move these planks down this way. Like so. I wonder how many more planks are sitting around. Let's try this. Okay. So we'll need some wood to craft with going forward. Not a lot. We will need some. Alright, now we've got the cotton patches and planks we need to make a mop. Then we'll go back for that battery recharger, because that's on our to-do list. One thing I'm curious about, if you look at my zones, I set the wood zone to be over there. I want to see if it sorts over there as expected. Yes, it does. Nice. Now, if we go to craft a mop, we can do it. We got to be able to wield the mop. Okay, now let's say I want to clean up this blood right here. Do I activate the mop? You mop up the spill. Oh yeah, we actually did. Nice. Thank you, Cataclysm creators, for not making me have a mop bucket and mop water and have to clean up my mop. Oh look, this does a nice job. Okay, oh yeah, mops everything up nicely. Mop up all this blood all over the place here. Yeah. Hey, cool. We're gonna have to keep this mop handy because I expect there may be more blood spilled in the future. Now, checking this hallway, we're all good. And I'm gonna have to clean up the bodies at some point. Alright, well, I'm gonna drop the mop right here so we remember where it is. The next thing I was curious about is that battery recharger. Workbench with battery recharger. Yes. Glare protection, arc welder, brazing rods, workbench, have 3. Battery charger, have 1. Okay, we've got everything we need to do this. It's a 22-minute craft. That's no problem. I want to make sure I don't have my flashlight on by mistake. Yes, I do. Okay. Now, we will put the workbench with battery recharger, I guess, in the corner of the room and try to plug it into the lamp, I guess. So let's use the deconstruction menu to take this one down. We'll drag it out of the way. Okay, let's craft workbench with battery recharger using the nearby welding rods. Okay, great. Now we should use the construction menu to place it. Is that something we apply? How do we place this thing? Let's say I go with, place workbench? No. Dang it. Workbench with battery recharger. Perfect for crafting. It also has a built-in charger for your phone. Made from repair using. So it's a vehicle part. I think, yeah, this is meant to install in a vehicle. I see. That means making another frame. Although, we have some heavy frames already. I'm going to take this back down. I'm going to grab a heavy-duty frame. It's a little heavy. You struggle to stand. You're knocked to the floor. Come on. Stand up. Alright, fine. Drop the heavy-duty frame. You have to remember, Vernon Ziegler has a bad back. Anyway, that's close enough. So we can go ahead and start vehicle construction again. That'll be where we put our recharger. If we examine that vehicle, we should be able to install Workbench with battery recharger. Ah, but we can't without Mechanics 1. How are we going to do the recharger thing then? We need Mechanics 1. We have a book on that? Yes, we do. Army Improvised Field Repairs Manual will give us the Mechanics 1 that we need. You feel that you need to eat more calorie-dense food. Alright, we've got Mechanics 1 now, so if we examine the vehicle, we should be able to install Workbench with battery charger. There we go. Now I want to plug it in. Okay, the standing lamp is taking 21 watts. Thing is, I don't know if this is getting power or not. So we need to drop a battery on it. See if I have one in my inventory. A rechargeable battery, that is. These are disposable. That's a high capacity battery. Not necessarily rechargeable. Oh, I know what we can do. There are some batteries over here. These should all be dead. Yeah. Let's take one of these. Drop it on the workbench and wait for 5 minutes. Okay. Examine vehicle, craft at. Okay, it's got a power cord, so it's definitely plugged into the lamp over there. No, but I don't know that the battery recharger is doing anything. This may not be the way. Yeah, the battery's got... I don't know. I mean, putting it in a light frame seemed like a better way to go, but we could move this to another place where we've got power. By the way, let's sort out our items. There we go. That put the workbenches on whatever shelf they go on. Alright, I'm going to think about that one for a minute until... I think that recharger, since it's meant to go in a battery, it's meant to function off of the alternator, probably. And not just connect to whatever power source. So that may not be the way to recharge batteries. The other thing is, I thought about putting in a lamp here to light this hallway and a lamp here to light this part of the bedroom. Because it's dark in here, I don't necessarily want it to be dark when I go in there to sort my items out. Not that I necessarily need light in the bedroom, to be honest. Let's be honest. What do we need it for? Alright, what's the next thing? I was thinking about what it's going to take to repair this vehicle, for one, so let's examine the vehicle. Like, let's take this corner, which is totally busted. If I go to repair that quarter panel, it says I'm going to need steel plating, glare protection, and acetylene torch or arc welder. It only requires Mechanics 1. Okay, well, we've got this welding cart here. So I'll bring it around. Then we've got these goggles. So let me grab one pair of welding goggles. We'll keep it in our inventory. The steel plating we have on shelves over here. Super alloy, military composite, reinforced glass. That's hard plating. There, steel plating. Oh, okay. Well, let's do it like this. We'll do that, and we'll move one steel plating over there just for an example. I'm dragging all of this because there was some wood in there too. Now, if I sort all my loot, okay, the wood went into that pile, and I think the steel plating went into here. No, it didn't. the steel plating went into this sort pile. Ah, the vehicle parts pile. I don't know if it's close enough to be used, so let's examine the vehicle and see. If I now go down to that bad corner and try to repair. Arc welder 50 charges, steel plating. Okay, it can't see the steel plating all the way down here. So I need to haul it into the room. Now, is this out of charges? Ah, I see. So the storage battery on the arc welder is dead. Bam. We can plug that right into our electrical network and it begins to charge. So that's great. We could probably actually, that door's locked. Let's see if I can unlock that from the other side. I'm thinking since that's going to work to charge the cart, we could probably get this locker out of the way and leave the welding cart over here on charge. There we go. Yeah, we've got another battery charger here. Let's get this junk stuff moved kind of out of our way here. Yeah, I mean, why not put it there? We're not doing anything with this. Great. And now I believe we're going to have to plug that back in. Like so. We'll probably have to plug the lamp back in also now that we've messed around with the wiring some. Yep, the lamp went out. We just need to examine the wall wiring, plug in the appliance to the lamp, and then examine the lamp and turn on the overhead lights again. There we go. Alright, let's wait 30 minutes. Wait, first we're hungry. I've been eating the MREs off these dead soldiers. Thanks, guys. Alright, I want to wait, say, 30 minutes. We examine the welding cart. Battery's at 63%. So we should now be able to do vehicle repairs. Let's look here. Repair. What do we lack? That's everything. That is everything. Both the vehicle tanks are screwed up, leaking fuel, can't be repaired. They got to be pulled out and replaced. And we're going to put probably, well, anyway, let's see about repairing this quarter panel. If it doesn't repair properly, then we'll wind up just replacing it, I guess. Use the nearby welding rods. All right, that's at full health. Now, as you can see, pretty much every part of this vehicle has taken some kind of damage. So we've got our work cut out for us, welding that. Interestingly, we wound up with chunks and lumps of steel from that repair. Huh. I'll be darned. I wonder if we have more welding rods in here. I think so. Let's view. Rod. No? Really? Oh, wow. Okay. There's welding tanks, but not welding rods in here. By the way, these things are so heavy. I mean, they are so heavy. It took Vernon a lot and some pain, and it sprained his back and everything just to move one of these over here. I'm not going to mess with the storage too much. I might disassemble these shelves and then lay them out the way I wanted to lay them out, but otherwise we're not going to be doing anything of the kind. Welding rods, gonna be a problem. We may have welding rods up here, which didn't count. Disposable battery, got a ton of solder up here. Block and tackle. No, doesn't look like it. I think we're gonna be out of luck on the welding rods. There's just not enough to do the whole project. That means that will go on to our objective list. But I may be getting ahead of myself. So let's review our goals. We can. We can't seem to pull them up here. Try this. No? Sorry, I'm trying a few new things. It's not working very well. Here we go. There we go. There we go. All right. That should do it. Our goals were to finish clearing the base. We haven't done that. But the electrical grid, I think we've got that pretty much set up to our satisfaction. We can always add a little bit more. We need to get a recharger put in one way or another. I'll look into it. Maybe add some more lamps. We've got 2 more ASRGs. We want to get those going. We could go light up the warehouse if we want to. And maybe we'll go light up the warehouse. That'll be the other thing. And we did sort of get the base organized too, because we've got a working room and a working workshop. So I'm going to call those 2 goals more or less complete. So that leaves finish clear, investigate cabin, find Marc's body, and a working Humvee. We may not be able to do the Humvee until we get more welding rods. That leaves us with investigate the cabin, which I'd rather have the working Humvee, and finish clear. So I think finish clear will probably be the focus of our next episode. Boy, it's been a big day of hard work on this base today. Since I did so many jump cuts, which I'm not used to doing. So, I think I'm going to call it an episode right here. A little early. Sorry for the short episode, everybody, but I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I will see you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care.